Hello everyone, this is Surbhi, and this is the first time I'm making a video to post on YouTube because I was recently diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and I really wanted to share my story so that it can help more of you. And I don't have a flashy setup of camera and the volumes and the sound system, so please bear with if you find any disturbances in the background. So, I would like to start with, obviously, nobody expects themselves to get diagnosed with a disease like cancer. I'm currently in the third stage of ductal pancreatic cancer, and I really want to help. So, hope my sharings will help you, because it's a very confusing and a chaotic situation, because you have your family members, your friends, and so many suggestions coming from so many places, and you actually it actually gets really difficult for you to decide as to where do you have to start your journey from and how do you have to go about the whole thing. So I was diagnosed with cancer at the earlier part of this month, or maybe towards late July. And initially I was having troubles with my digestion and nausea, vomiting, and I had sleepless nights because of acid reflux, chest pain, and anything I used to eat, I used to puke in some time, and then the whole night my chest used to pain. So I was thinking that it could be because of my lifestyle, because I work in the night shifts, and it could be because of my lifestyle, or it could be because of my eating habits or things like that. But then eventually I realized that went on for quite some time. So it was very important for me to go and get myself diagnosed. And the first thing that I did was I went for a sonography, and we found out that there were cysts in my system, so in my ovaries. So the whole digestion problem was kind of overshadowed with the cyst problem, and my doctor said that it could be because of my ovarian cysts, which were like 800 cc and 300 cc, that were probably that was probably hampering my digestive process. So I went with my doctor's suggestion, and I got admitted, and then I got operated for my cysts, and then I got discharged in the month of June, towards late of June. And my digestive problem did not stop, it continued to be the same way it was. And then I realized that I should go for another test, a little thorough or a deeper test. So I went for a CT scan on the suggestion of a gastroenterologist close to my house. So after the gastroenterologist saw me, he suggested a CT scan and an MRI, which we got done, and I was diagnosed with certain lesions in my pancreatic tail, and a little bit in the liver and duodenum. So we thought of getting it investigated thoroughly and meet an oncologist. So oncologist is a person who specializes in cancers. So it is very important, if you find something foreign that's growing in your body, that you go and see an oncologist, and ensure that anything that you're feeling in your body, do not ignore it thinking that it is something normal and it happens to everybody, or digestion problems are normal these days. Please do not ignore, because if you spend more time just waiting and watching, it's gonna get worse. Okay, mine moved from stage 1 to stage 3 in no time, so it's gonna get worse. Ensure that you're showing yourself to a doctor, don't become your own doctor. Okay, and then I went to an oncologist, and he suggested me certain more scans and biopsy is basically a procedure where they take a tissue, or take certain cells from the lesion or from the tumor that's growing in your body, and they put it for a histopathology test, and they find out whether it is cancerous or not. So that kind of defines that, ensures that your diagnostic is completed. And there is another scan called PET-CT scan. PET-CT scan is another important detailed CT scan of your entire body, which tells you about the spreads of the tumor in your entire body. So it is really important to get a PET CT scan done as well. Okay, only on that basis will the doctor be able to decide the treatment process. So ensure that you're getting all these tests done before your treatment starts. So in my case, I also had jaundice because there were certain restrictions in the path of my bile duct. So there was higher level of bilirubin in my blood, because of which I had jaundice, and I had to get a stenting done for that reason, because without which they couldn't have started the treatment. So I have undergone my first chemotherapy. As of now, I still have healthy hair. So my first chemo was of 48 hours, and as you must have heard that chemotherapy is a tough therapy, and it's really difficult. The post chemo effects are really bad. So a lot of people will say that be positive, think positively, but a person who is the patient, who is going through that, it's easier said that than done. So I would say stay courageous. Okay, be strong, be positive. It comes along. Okay, when you're thinking about being courageous, and accept what you're going through. That's really important. Until and unless you don't accept, because after the first chemotherapy, my first chemo was of 48 hours, and I did not know what to do, because I had nausea, I had loose motions, and I was pooping my pants. I had to wear adult diapers, and I was not able to eat anything I eat, my stomach gets swollen. Anything I drink, my stomach gets swollen. I don't know what can I eat and what I can't, and the doctors say that you can eat everything that suits you. So it gets really difficult for you to decide your menu when you don't know what is supposed to be done, and even water is hurting your stomach. So initial few days are going to be tough. Okay, you're going to have loose motions, you're going to have nausea. Everybody's body responds differently, but these are some common side effects that chemo gives you. It makes you feel weak, and you have to ensure that you're eating, drinking something quickly. Every couple of hours have a juice. Ensure that your hemoglobin levels are maintained, and just think about being ready for the next chemo or the next cycle. Okay, it's very very important for you to keep that mindset that this is a journey, and you have to reach from point A to point B. Okay, so that is something really important for you to keep in mind. So regarding the side effects do not go so easily. It's been 15 days since my first chemo is done, and in a couple of days I'm gonna go for my second chemo. My stomach is still swollen. I have gastritis now, and my entire pancreatic area pains. And all the people who sleep around me, it's really difficult for them to sleep, because my farts are really smelly and bad, because my body's flushing out the toxics still. So if you are too constipated, and if you're too if you're feeling that you're not able to pass gas and things like that, consult your doctor, get medication for passing out gas, and clearing your motion. I'm currently taking Cremafin to ensure that I'm not constipated, but I would really advise you to consult your doctor before you take any kind of medication, because every cancer is a little different from each. So do that. And talking about your loose motion, get adult diapers. Do not hamper your sleep. It is okay. People who are close to you, who love you, who care for you, they will not mind uh, having smelly you around them. Okay, so have a adult diaper, wear it, sleep, poop in the adult diaper. Do not hamper. It's very important that you are at peace in your head. Okay, your life is not going to be as same as before. It's going to be a little different in this entire journey. You are going to be dependent on certain people around you. So live with it. Okay, don't be too hard on yourself. Sleep well, eat healthy, do not eat spicy at all. Do not eat sweet, too much of sweet, because it creates a lot of acidity in your system. And try to have light fruits, things like banana, or pears and apple. I mean, whatever suits your system. Try a little bit of quantity at first, see if it suits your body, then have more. And second thing would be don't have anything too tangy. So I mean, it totally depends on your system. Don't have to, food that is too hard for you to digest, because then your body creates more acids and secretes more juices, and then it gets again complicated. So try and stay away from complications and ensure that you're giving enough vitamins, and check with your doctor if you can take multivitamin pills along with your diet. Okay. uh, I'll keep you posted about how my next chemo goes, and mostly in the third cycle there'll be an impact on my overall hair and everything. I've started looking a little dull already because of lack of food and energy and things like that. So I'll keep you posted on my entire journey, and hope this video helps. Thank you.